It was a quiet night. Rain tapped gently on the windows of the mansion. The house was still, peaceful. But Mr. Carter couldn't sleep. He sat in his study, staring at the old silver locket resting in his palm. The same locket his late wife Sophia had worn, now in the hands of the silent nanny, Eliza. Nothing made sense. The camera footage, the missing records, the boy's sudden healing, the humming, the whisper from Eliza. He called me. And now, the locket, carrying a photo of baby Liam and a message from Sophia carved inside. Love will always find him. Carter's heart ached with confusion and fear. Who was this woman really, and why did his son trust her so completely? It was nearly 2 a.m. when the baby monitor crackled. Liam was talking in his sleep again. Carter leaned in, listening closely. The boy was whispering something, over and over. One word, a name. Marielle. Marielle. Carter sat up straight. Marielle. He had never heard that name before. It wasn't in their family, not a friend, not a nurse, not anyone he knew. Then suddenly, the door creaked. Eliza entered the room silently, holding a blanket. She walked to Liam's bed, tucked him in gently, and sat beside him. Carter watched through the monitor, heart racing. Then, she did something that stunned him. She whispered back, "I'm here." Mr. Carter's skin went cold. She knew the name. She responded to it, like it meant something. But how? He stood up and quietly walked to the hallway. He didn't go inside the boy's room. He just stood outside and listened. Inside, Liam's breathing slowed. He had fallen back to sleep. Eliza sat still, and for the first time, she began to cry. Soft, silent tears ran down her face. Not loud, not broken, but full of deep pain, like a memory she could never forget. The next morning, Carter didn't say a word. He acted normal, but inside, he was shaken. After breakfast, he searched the library, pulling out a box of Sophia's old journals. If the name Marielle meant something, maybe it was from Sophia's past. He flipped through the pages, reading one entry after another. Then on the 15th journal, he found it a page titled, "The One I Couldn't Save." His eyes scanned the words quickly. Her name was Marielle. She was only 6 when I met her. Sick, afraid, abandoned. I tried everything. I visited her daily, held her hand. But the hospital was losing hope. She died on a cold morning. I was there, I held her. Her last words were, "Please don't forget me." I never did. Carter felt frozen. Marielle was a sick little girl from years ago. But Eliza had just answered to that name last night. Was she the same girl? How? He rushed into the hallway, heart pounding. He found Eliza folding Liam's clothes in the guest room. "Eliza," he said, breathless, "tell me the truth. Why did you answer when Liam said the name Marielle?" Eliza didn't look up. She placed a folded shirt on the bed and replied calmly, "Because I remember that name too." He stepped closer. "Were you Marielle?" She looked him in the eyes, and for the first time since she entered this house, she smiled. A sad, soft smile. "I was," she whispered. "A long time ago." Carter felt his knees weaken. "But that's not possible. Marielle died. My wife wrote about her. She said she—" "I know," Eliza interrupted. "I was with her." "You were with Sophia?" he asked. "Yes," Eliza said. "Before the end. She promised me something." Carter was almost afraid to ask. "What did she promise you?" Eliza looked down, took a breath, then said, "That if love could bring someone back, it would bring me to Liam." For a long moment, there was only silence between them. Carter didn't speak. He couldn't. What was Eliza saying? That she had come back? That Sophia's love had somehow returned this girl, this spirit, this memory, to care for Liam? Was she real? Was she a miracle, or something else? That night, Carter rewatched the security footage again, but now with new eyes. Eliza holding Liam, the locket, the humming, the name, the peace. And for the first time, Carter didn't feel afraid. He felt something else. It was just after noon. The sky was cloudy, the wind was quiet, but inside Mr. Carter's mansion something didn't feel right. Eliza was in the kitchen preparing Liam's medicine. Mr. Carter sat in the living room, staring at the old photo of his late wife, Sophia, and thinking about what Eliza had said the night before. I was Marielle, a girl who had died in a hospital years ago. A girl his wife had once tried to save. Now, somehow, she was standing in his home, caring for his son. It didn't make sense, and yet every time Liam was with her, he smiled. He laughed. He slept. He was healing. Mr. Carter was starting to believe the impossible. But just as peace was returning, the doorbell rang. Carter walked slowly to the door. He opened it. A tall woman stood outside, wearing a long white coat. Her eyes were sharp, her face cold. Behind her, a black car waited on the street. She didn't smile. Good afternoon, she said calmly. I'm here for Eliza. Carter's stomach tightened. Who are you? He asked. I'm Dr. Evelyn. Moore, she replied. I work for the Child Wellness Institute. Carter frowned. She doesn't work for you. She works for me. The woman stepped forward slightly. She's not who you think she is, Mr. Carter. And she doesn't belong here. Carter blocked the door. Eliza has done nothing wrong, he said firmly. Dr. Moore looked him in the eye. I'm not here to arrest her, she said. I'm here to take her back. Carter's heartbeat sped up. Back where? Dr. Moore gave a cold smile. To where she came from. Without another word, she stepped past him and walked into the house. Eliza stood frozen when she saw the woman. She dropped the spoon in her hand. Evelyn, she whispered. Liam peeked out from behind her, confused. Who's that lady? Eliza quickly pulled him behind her. Dr. Moore tilted her head. He's getting attached, that's not good. Carter stepped between them. I want answers, now. Dr. Moore folded her arms. Eliza is not a regular nanny, she said. She's part of a special care program. She was never supposed to leave the institute. Carter turned to Eliza. Is this true? Eliza didn't speak, but tears filled her eyes. I didn't want to leave at first, she finally said. But Liam needed me. I felt it. Dr. Moore's voice turned sharp. You disobeyed the rules. You were not cleared for outside contact. Carter raised his voice. What rules? What contact? What exactly is this place you're talking about? Dr. Moore sighed. Eliza was born very sick, she began. She died at age 6, but during a rare moment of revival, something happened. She didn't come back the same. She remembered things she shouldn't. Saw things others couldn't. The institute took her in, not to heal her, but to protect the world from her. Carter looked at Eliza, shocked. Eliza, he asked, is that true? She nodded slowly. After I came back, I was different. I could feel pain around me. I could feel Liam. I knew he needed love, the kind I never got. Dr. Moore interrupted. And that's why we kept her away from people. Her emotions are too strong, too unexplainable. Suddenly, Liam began coughing hard. Eliza rushed to him, holding him close. The boy clung to her. Don't let them take you, please. Carter's heart broke. Eliza's the only one who's helped him, he said. Dr. Moore's expression changed. Her coldness faded for just a second. She stepped forward and knelt in front of Liam. You like her? She asked gently. Liam nodded. She helps me sleep, he whispered. She makes the scary dreams go away. Dr. Moore looked at Eliza, then at Carter. Maybe, just maybe, she said. This boy is the reason she came back. For a moment, the room was silent. Then Dr. Moore stood up. She took out a card. I'll give you until Friday, she said. After that, we have to follow the law. If Eliza doesn't return voluntarily, others will come. She walked to the door, then paused. I've seen many things in my life, Mr. Carter, but Eliza, she's not science, she's something more. And then she left. That night, Carter stood outside Liam's room. Inside, Eliza was reading him a story. Her voice was soft, peaceful, real. He knew then. She didn't just save Liam. Liam had saved her too, but time was running out, and soon the world would come knocking again. The wind howled outside the mansion. The clock ticked slowly. It was Thursday night. Tomorrow, Eliza would have to leave. Mr. Carter sat at his desk staring at the car Dr. Moore had left. If Eliza doesn't return voluntarily, others will come. He hated those words. He hated that he was helpless again, just like when his wife had died, just like when Liam got sick. But this time, there was someone who made a difference. Eliza. Inside Liam's room, Eliza sat on the floor. Beside his bed, Liam held her hand tightly. His eyes were tired, but he didn't want to sleep. "Are they really going to take you?" he asked. Eliza didn't answer right away. She looked at the window, then back at him. "I don't know," she whispered. Liam frowned. "I don't want you to go." Eliza brushed his hair gently. "You've gotten stronger. You'll be okay, but—" Her voice trembled, because she knew Liam was getting better because of her. If she left now, would he get sick again, or worse? Mr. Carter stood outside the door listening. He had made up his mind. He stepped inside. "Eliza," he said softly. "You're not going anywhere." She stood up, surprised. "But the law—" "I don't care about their rules," he said. "You saved my son. No one else could. If they want to take you, they'll have to go through me." Eliza looked at him with wide eyes. "But I don't want Liam to see trouble." "He won't," Carter replied. "I'll protect both of you." Later that night, the mansion was quiet. Liam was asleep holding a small stuffed bear. Eliza stood by the window watching the moon. Suddenly, Liam stirred. "Eliza," he mumbled. She turned. "I'm here." He sat up, breathing hard. "I had a dream. You were gone." And everything turned dark again. Eliza rushed to his side. "It was just a dream." "No," he said. "It was real. I felt it." Then he looked into her eyes. "Make a wish," he said. Eliza blinked. "A wish?" Liam nodded. "My mom used to say, if your heart is pure and your love is strong, wishes come true." Eliza smiled faintly. "What should I wish for?" Liam held her hand. "Wish to stay." Eliza felt her chest tighten. Tears welled up in her eyes. She closed them and whispered, "I wish I could stay." Outside the house, clouds rolled across the sky. The wind stopped. Everything went still. And then, something strange happened. A soft white light glowed around Liam's bed. It was gentle, warm, like a heartbeat in the air. Mr. Carter, walking down the hallway, saw it under the door. He rushed in. "Eliza, what is that?" She turned around, confused. I don't know." Liam sat up, smiling. "I think it worked." The light faded slowly, but the room felt different now. Calm, whole. Eliza sat on the bed, speechless. She looked at her hands, then at Liam, then at Carter, and for the first time since she arrived, she smiled. Mr. Carter walked to her and placed a hand on her shoulder. "You're not going anywhere," he said again. "I don't care what the Institute says, you belong here." But even as he spoke outside the mansion, two dark cars stopped quietly. Figures in black coats stepped out. One of them lifted a walkie-talkie. "She's still inside," the voice said. Morning came, but it wasn't a normal morning. The sky was gray. The wind was heavy. Inside the mansion, Mr. Carter stood at the window watching the black cars parked outside. "They're here," he said quietly. Eliza stood beside him, holding Liam's hand. Her face was calm, but her heart was shaking. Liam had barely slept. He clung to her like he was afraid she'd disappear at any second. "Please don't go," he whispered. Mr. Carter looked down at them and clenched his fists. "No one's taking you," he said. "Not without a fight." Suddenly the doorbell rang. Bang, bang. 3 hard knocks followed. Carter opened the door slowly. Dr. Moore stood outside with 2 officers in black coats. Behind them, more staff waited beside the cars. Her face was serious, her eyes cold. "It's time," she said. "She needs to come with us now." Carter stepped forward. "No," Dr. Moore sighed. "You knew this day would come. Eliza hasn't done anything wrong," he said. "She healed my son. She gave him hope." "She isn't supposed to be here," Dr. Moore replied. "You don't understand how dangerous it is to let someone like her stay free." Just then, Liam ran out and stood in front of Eliza. "She's not dangerous," he shouted. "She's my friend." Everyone went quiet. Even the officers lowered their eyes. Dr. Moore stared at the little boy in silence. "She helped me get better," Liam said. "She made my dreams stop. She made me feel loved." Dr. Moore's face didn't change, but something in her eyes softened. She turned to Eliza. "You could have hurt him, but you didn't. Why?" Eliza took a deep breath. "Because he healed me too," she said. "He reminded me what love feels like, what family means." Mr. Carter stepped beside her. "I lost my wife, I almost lost my son, but when Eliza came, things changed. I won't let you take that away." Dr. Moore looked at them both, then at Liam. She reached into her coat and pulled out a folder. She handed it to Carter. "What's this?" he asked. "Her file," she replied. "Everything about her. Medical, emotional, legal." He opened it. At the last page, something was written in red ink. "Subject is to remain under protection, unless emotional stability proves permanent." Dr. Moore looked at Eliza again. "You were never meant to come back into the world. But maybe, just maybe, the world needed you." She turned to the officers. "Stand down," she said. The men looked at each other, surprised. "But ma'am, I said stand down." Then she looked back at Eliza. "I'm giving you a chance. A real one. Stay with them, help the boy, live your life. But if anything happens, anything, we'll have to bring you back." Eliza's eyes filled with tears. "Thank you," she whispered. Dr. Moore nodded and walked toward the car. But just before getting in, she turned around one last time. "You're not a danger anymore, Eliza," she said. "You're a miracle." And then she was gone. Inside the house, Liam jumped into Eliza's arms. "You're staying?" "I'm staying," she said softly. Carter smiled for the first time in years. His house felt full. Not of money, not of noise, but of something deeper. Peace. Weeks later, Liam was running in the garden. Eliza sat on the bench, watching him with joy in her eyes. Mr. Carter walked out, holding 2 glasses of lemonade. He handed one to her. "You're part of this family now," he said. She looked at the sky, then at Liam, then at him, and nodded. "I finally found home," she whispered.